What's up guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Roman. I'm a videographer based out of Los Angeles, California, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately about what software I use to edit, primarily editing music videos and promo advertising videos. And the short answer is I use Premiere. It's an Adobe product. I have the whole suite. But a lot of people have been coming to me and telling me that editing software is a fallback for them, that they've been really getting, are very limited into what they can produce with, a Windows Movie Maker or an iMovie. I'm here to tell you that's completely false. If you watch any of my work, most of my edits are just simply cinematic. Most of my music videos don't have a whole lot of effects on top of them. Some of them do. But most of the time, the editing that I'm doing could be done in iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. And that's actually what I started out on. I started off editing on Windows Movie Maker, and then I believe I tried a free trial of Sony Vegas, and then I learned how to use Final Cut 7 in school. Around that same time, maybe a year later, Final Cut X came out, Final Cut 10. I purchased Final Cut 10 and I used that for a little bit. And then eventually I just came back to Adobe Premiere, which I had played around with on my friend's computer, but I eventually realized, I really loved After Effects. I really loved being able to have access to the other apps within the suite as well. And now with, Adobe, this is not an ad, Adobe having their monthly subscription option, and with Adobe having their monthly subscription option, it's much more affordable than it used to be and actually doable for a beginner to get on Adobe. Now, the whole point of this video is not to say I use Premiere and you need to use Premiere. The whole point of this video is to help you kind of understand that whatever your needs are and whatever you feel more comfortable doing at the end of the day is what's going to be best for you. Whether it's which camera you want to shoot on, which lenses you should get, which software you should use, which computer you should get, which equipment you should get. It's all going to come down to your personal preference, how you feel about your work when you're using it, your ability to use that software or hardware to know and understand all the bells and whistles and the little details and being able to understand everything. And then bring it back to your comfortability with that product. So I understand that a lot of people don't have the luxury of being able to try Premiere and Final Cut, and some people download them anyways, but if you're doing music videos, there's no need to say I need to have this most expensive program just because someone like me has that program or someone else has that program or whatever. Don't ever base it off of what someone else has. Base it off of what your specific needs are, because my needs are not the same as yours and yours are not the same as mine. So I encourage you guys to just do your research. Don't ever purchase a product just because it's what one person uses. Make sure you're learning the different capabilities of each program and understanding what you actually need, what you can afford, and what's really going to end up being best for you. Excuse me. I always have to come back to the fact that the art of filmmaking always goes back to the basics, and that's just making sure you have an amazing composition, making sure the color looks good, making sure the audio is good. And that's pretty much it. You want to make sure that you're having good movement, good color, good exposure, good lighting, and it doesn't matter what you're shooting with, doesn't matter what you're editing with, your final product is going to be amazing. I promise you. Just keep watching more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get you there.